Welcome back. It's already 10:15 in the evening. We've been here all day long casting the Impact Returns Spanish Legacy National Championships.
Yeah.
I've never remembered so many words in a row, just
It's
without reading them somewhere.
It's a pretty long title.
I'm Julian Knapp, this is Kaiser Vatari,
What's up,
and
guys?
today we narrowed down 54 players all across Spain, from the millions playing Legacy here, all the way down to 4 people. So we arrived at the semifinals. We're about to go into the matchup of, I believe, Death in Texas against Blue Black Scam. Now, that's a deck that's not a lot of popularity. We will see. I mean, I know who most people are going to be rooting for. It's probably going to be the Death in Texas side of things, because that deck doesn't really get a lot of love these days, especially the mono-white ones. So we're about to jump into that game. And once again, as we go into the game, shoutouts to Ultimate Guard, mtgplaymats.com, and the beautiful city of Neuron. Okay, here we go. Ivan Rodriguez, Death in Texas on the right side, and Aritz Etxebarria on the left side, still undefeated in the tournament, right?
Oh, wow.
Looks like Aritz went 4-0, then drew twice, and won his quarterfinals. So he has yet to lose a match at least.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see this matchup in particular because the last feature match was Death in Texas versus Grixis Delver. That didn't look very pretty for the Delver player, like not at all. This is a little bit of a different animal, the Blue-Black Scam deck. Like, it does a lot of the similar things. You know, there is Psychic Frog, there is Wasteland, there is Force of Will, all that stuff. But in addition, you could also get Atraxa Grand Unifier or the Archon of Cruelty in play. I'm not saying that it might be better. Obviously, those creatures are crazy powerful. Ivan, however, has Caracas for Atraxa. He has the Swords of Plowshares. He even has Path to Exile. So I'm curious how this is gonna play out, because Death in Texas again is made to crush tempo decks. I feel like every time I see Death in Texas, you know, I'm like how does Delver actually win games versus it? But this is a little bit of a unfair Delver deck.
It's funny you say that. It's made to crush tempo decks. It's also made to be crushed by combo decks. At least fast combo decks. So if Blue Black Scam can put you talked about, right, how a lot of the big creatures like Atraxa can be handled by, well, kinda handled by Caracas, right? You still get the cards from the top.
Yeah.
But if it's just like mostly about tempo, then you just like Caracas it forever. But the Archon of Cruelty is so annoying.
Archon is different.
It hits different, right?
Yeah.
It's just...
Absolutely.
We will see, especially in the first game, right? Death in Texas is not really known for having Graveyard Hate, but let me check. So it looks like Aritz is going to be on the play, right? We're going to probably do play draw by standings. So he's sitting on 14 points versus 13 points on Ivan's side. So if you're a Blue Black Scam, and by now he should know that he's up against Death in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't hate keeping a rather marginal hand that is guaranteed to go turn 1 and turn 2 reanimate. Or even just like doing the scam thing, right? That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Like you gotta respect Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. You have to respect Caracas and Swords of Plowshares, of course. You want to go as fast as possible, probably, but like you only have a single Archon in your deck, right? Like if that gets plowed or I guess like Exiled with Solitude, then you gotta think of a solid plan B.
But I think that's fine though. Like,
yeah.
If the type of hand that you keep is like bad, if your Archon gets plowed, then you don't get Archon in the first place. Then you get Atraxa. Whereas if you're just getting it to get into like a good position and you feel like you can protect it, then I think you go for the Archon. And for Ivan, it's just gonna be lights out. What's that? Is that Ponder?
That's a new Ponder from Doctor Who. Finds another Ponder, Days, and a Wasteland.
I mean, it looks solid, not explosive. It doesn't really do anything crazy.
Yeah. Like on the play, like, you know, Days is actually pretty good. A little bit of a control approach here, maybe. And
it looks like Ivan had to mulligan to 6.
Yeah, and like Ivan has been doing this also against Delver, like aggressively wastelanding the first dual land.
I mean, it makes sense, right? If your opponent doesn't play anything to the board, even more so. We talked about this in the previous round. But he also likes doing it when the opponent has played something to the board.
Exactly.
But here, he's really just like resetting the game. He's asking Aritz, say, did you get greedy? No? Okay, fine. So let's just like play the game again. Also, maybe I can find like an Etherwile on my next turn.
Okay,
Ooh.
so we're going for the...
What is it with the Tempest Islands? Like,
Yeah.
everybody's playing Tempest Islands today. Did we, like, miss something? Is that, like, the new hot thing? I mean, now that we
Potentially.
talk about it, probably isn't anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a basic swamp. Okay.
Ooh, Saga basic Swamp play. Like, why is everybody in
Yeah.
Spain so old school? I say that as Iban. I don't even know what kind of planes that is.
Oh, that's the
It's the one where you ran out of colors.
the Innistrad. Yeah, like the
Where Wizards was like, you know what? They will still buy it even if we print it without colors. They even tried it without artwork and people liked it. So yeah, we are literally just restarting the game. Aritz gets taken back to the future once again. Ponder. This time we're not gonna keep it. And what do we see on Ivan's side over there? We see a Recruit of the Guard. We see Swords to Plowshares. I guess he must have revealed Yorion once again, right? It's not to be seen on screen somewhere. I don't know if you guys can hear what's going on in the background here, but there's apparently like an elephant running wild. I mean, nothing's crazy here. Okay. Now, what? 2 mana.
And I think this is the Phantom Orchard.
Oh,
Dude,
okay,
that blows up a
okay.
land. I think.
And gets dazed. Okay, I see.
I think that's what it is.
So you're saying Aritz already has all his basic lands in play? And we go for the third Ponder.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, if you get the fourth Ponder, that's like the secret win condition.
Like Aritz almost plays his deck like a combo deck almost.
Kinda like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But this could be Doomsday if I
Yeah,
didn't know better.
he's looking. Yeah, he's looking at the pieces. You know, like Entomb Reanimate is the easiest way to get it done. Animate Dead is also not terrible, but you gotta watch out for maybe like a potential lowering of the third path maybe, or you know some card that can deal with enchantments.
Okay, this is kind of funny, right? Aritz gets the troll for the reanimate, and then it probably gets Swords to Plowshares. So you gain the life back.
Yeah, you do.
You actually gain a little bit less life back than
Yeah,
what you
dude,
invested.
it's a fair trade. You know, you take some life, you get some life.
Yeah, yeah. So the Swords to Plowshares also turned into a shock, kinda, to Aritz's face in a way. Okay.
Okay, a Ganjo is one of the lands. It's also like a basic plains, I believe. Like ideally, if you even like you don't want to run into days again in this game, so like it's okay, or you force it.
Well, there's like two things. Like the more you run to days, the less likely they have another days. But I agree, that's probably like not the biggest thing. And
Yeah.
after only running into one, but if you do run into it, then at least you can try again on the next turn because you have a second Recruit of the Guard in hand.
Okay.
So I don't hate like constantly days checking my opponent if I want to like tap out every single turn. Otherwise, I end up paying like not enough mana over the course of my turns.
And here we get Thelia, 2 mana 2/2 flash doggo. On attack, you blink something, and if you blink something that you control, then the dog gets bigger.
The dog gets bigger.
The dog gets bigger.
Ah, okay, okay. I thought like the creature that comes back gets bigger.
Yeah, big dog.
Big doggy.
So we are taking 6 here, which does certainly hurt a little bit.
It's basically like the basic kind of tempo play, right? You're saying like, okay, hit me for 6, but at least I get to resolve my 3-drop. Whereas if we had sorted, then like everything on our side would be delayed, but we have more life. And I think that's like not only Legacy, like in Magic in general, you have to start looking at your life total as a resource. And like Iban very radically does that by like taking 6 damage. But to get a lot of things earlier out by a full turn, which is worth a lot.
Okay.
Is the doggo legendary?
Yes, it is.
Ah,
yes,
so
it is.
characters can protect it.
Yeah.
I see.
And also, you don't have to play it. It has flash. You know, you can do it at any time. Really nice. Really nice. You know, I think one of the best uses of Ophelia is against Ursa Saga decks, right? Because on attack it triggers and you know can blink out on a construct. Really cool stuff.
I wonder if Yorin is going to come into this at some point. Still so far away, and right now Ivan is busy spending his mana on a lot of things, so might not become relevant anytime soon. But let's see. Scry. Do we want to keep the card?
Like Aritz's hand is somewhat terrible. Like it is I think it's like a fetch land, a wasteland, and a force of will without a pitch.
What do you even want to find here? Like a brainstorm?
Brainstorm is probably the best card you can find here. Yeah, absolutely.
And now Ivan is making the trade.
And also, there's no creature in his graveyard he can get with a top deck reanimate, for example. So
he drew the card. It's just left fetch land, passing back, and here comes the doggo. Oh, rough. Is he considering like force? No, he's just like letting it resolve. Okay. I'm not sure what the fourth card was that he picked up.
So I think it's Force of Will and Wasteland, and I think another fetch land maybe.
Oh, okay, that's terrible then.
I don't know, or maybe a Daze. A little hard to tell. I think it's a Daze.
Ivan is like, I'm not even sure if I want to use my Wasteland on your Scryland there, because I might need it later on if I ever want to get to Yorion. And like, he's got so much mana, right?
Oh yeah, good point.
That he wants to use, like
good
for
point.
like an additional recruiter. Then he's got this thingy that we saw earlier today. I think this one also takes out a land, right?
Oh yeah, it can definitely blow up the other city sewers.
Does it even blow up basic lands, like
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I gotta double check, but I don't think it blows up non-basics.
Okay.
And here we can see, okay, that no surge, and we get on the attack, and like this is beautiful, right? Like you get to flick a recruiter off the guard every single turn.
I mean, at this point, you might just get like Solitudes or something.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, Solitude.
Okay, what are we doing here in response? Probably nothing, I would guess. Yeah, this is we talk about, right, how hard it is for tempo decks to catch up. Like Scam has that advantage that it can always just like, you know, reanimate something out of nowhere. Like if you get the Archon down here, maybe, but even then, Ivan is probably gonna like preemptively gonna have some kind of insurance against the Archon. Or okay, I like that. He's basically saying, you know what, whatever you do, I'm gonna kill you like really quickly. I don't care about the rest that's going on here. I wanna get like probably like my what's it called?
Lion Sash or Color Complete.
Oh, Lion Sash would also be really good. Yeah,
I like Lion Sash a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Aritz doesn't like Lion Sash, as you can see. Packs it up. I think like Lion Sash, like, you know, any graveyard hate is probably.
And it can still kill the opponent pretty quickly, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, see, Ivan came prepared. Ivan's got his sideboard notes.
I thought that it kind of played out like the previous match, like Death and Taxes versus Grixis Delver. There was no Entomb, Reanimate, shenanigans. And it becomes really difficult post-sideboard, right? Like, does Ivan side in things like Grafdigger's Cage and more graveyard removal? Like, what does he take out? And the same also for Aritz, like, you know, like, does he keep all the combo parts in, like, does he go a little lower on the
looks like he brings in a lot of spot removal spells. Guess makes sense. Like, especially if you expect to go to the mid game to not completely blow out the opponent early on. And Ivan, let's see, what do we see over there? Mother of Runes gets the pass. That looks like a lot of cards that are going to be sideboarded. Is this everything you're taking out? This looks like 12 cards or something. It's like a completely new deck. It's like, yeah, this is my anti-graveyard deck.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Ivan has an is it colored, is it emblem deck box for his Death and Taxes deck.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of cards. Okay, we saw some graveyard hate. What else did we see over there? We saw that thingy that destroys all creatures that are like either less than mana value 3 or something, or more than mana value 3. Can't really remember the name right now, but that's gonna come in like 3 or 4 copies, I believe. It's not Retribution of the Meek, but kinda. The Mono White Sleeves give it away though. Yeah, Robert's your mother's brother. That's true. Honestly, I really like white sleeves. I've just always been scared of using them, because I would think like white sleeves are the easiest ones to become marked, right? You know, Anorak does. I don't know if he still does that, but Anorak is completely nuts. I mean, a lot of people know that.
Right.
So Anorak, when he still played like grinded tournaments, he played white sleeves, and he re-sleeved, I want to say twice or 3 times per tournament.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Just because he liked the feel of like brand new sleeves.
uh
Or also like when he was playing and he wasn't feeling it, when he was feeling like, oh, I'm
yeah.
losing a lot, he
Dude,
literally would just
Dude,
change sleeves.
that's like changing shorts like 3 times per day.
It's like, yeah, it's not working well.
I
Okay,
just
let's
really
change
like wearing
shorts.
new shorts, you know.
Judge, I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But can you imagine how expensive that must get? Like, I mean, we're talking about Magic and flying to different cities and countries, and yeah, like if you buy 2 more sleeves per tournament, 2 more packs of sleeves per tournament, okay. But I just feel like
Look,
okay.
like some players only do it like once per year. So
Yeah, honestly, it's actually been over a year since I received my painter, but I haven't played it a lot ever since. Is that a thing that you're gonna do, Savataric sleeves?
I could do that.
Have you ever looked into that?
Not yet. Might do it.
Just like put your face on them. Like, but make it like fill out the entire sleeve, so it's not like not your face, just like the middle part of it.
Oh god, dude.
And like
Stop.
eyes wide open.
Who wants stuff like that?
Everyone. I mean, we're talking about a card game where people
Everyone.
buy like artless planes,
Oh yeah, that's true.
or in this case,
That's true.
colorless planes.
I gotta say though, like the artless planes, the artless basics.
No, don't say you like them.
No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't. But I haven't seen many players who picked up on them. Thankfully, because like you know.
But Mark Rosewater's out there telling everybody like how amazing those cards are. I would guess. I actually don't know. I
Yeah.
totally made that
I
up.
mean, Mark's also not gonna say that any of his products are terrible. So
Well, you probably wouldn't call them terrible. You would just call them underwhelming or not meeting expectations.
Yeah.
We learned a lot from it, like all that corporate talk.
totally.
Yeah, you become fluent in corporate bullshit at some point. Okay, since this is live, by the way, we are seeing the full live shuffle procedure. Good shuffles over there, left side, right side, fist bump. Yeah, that's how you know. Those are the real ones. 7 cards, both sides.
All right.
Okay. No other while on the first turn.
Ooh, and also no white land for Death and Taxes. I think there is a Solitude and there is a Ghost Quarter. Actually, 2 Ghost Quarters.
Oh, there must be. You must send that one back, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If this hand had like a single white source, like it would have been like a keepable hand. Aritz is
Aritz counting the cards.
yeah, he's keeping that 7.
Oh,
All right.
you know what that is? That's a smiley. I mean, that's sometimes a like when I do the smiley, I usually I arrange them like 90% flipped, 90 degrees flipped, so it's like a proper smiley.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is.
Guess what? The 2 eyes. You know, one's a reanimate, one's an entomb.
And then it's like a land and actually dark ritual, like dark ritual from the side, but you're you're gonna give it to them hard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try again on 6. Okay. So, oh, there's a wall, there's mana, there's some creatures.
That's a wasteland too.
Yeah, I can see sending back the wasteland, honestly. Okay, you don't need the
that's
flagstones, I guess.
I don't know if there's any way to stop graveyard nonsense, but I guess this hand is like functional enough.
Yeah. I like the wild there, even if it gets dazed. So if it gets dazed, it makes it so that you are actually on the play, while not suffering like from the card. It's basically, if this gets dazed, it remedies the mulligan in a way, but it's probably gonna resolve, which is even better. Just 1 scam on the top 8. Chat is asking. Yeah, I believe there was only 1 scam on the top 8. They were like, so let's try to get it together. So there was 1 scam, 1 Grixis Delver, 2 Mystic Forge. I want to say at least 1 Cloud Post, 1 one Painter.
And 1 Lance.
1 Lance and 1 Death and Taxes. And that's 8.
There we go.
Dude, we got it. Mystic Forge, yeah. Most common deck. Oh, Rest in Peace. Come on, run it out. Dude, I want that Rest in Peace in my life so badly. On the other hand, though, there's the Frog. Can we actually deal with the Frog? Because if we can't deal with the Frog, then I'm just going to slam.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. See, this is why we're sitting here and not in the top 8.
Interesting.
So the frog is surely gonna attack there, right? That's just like nothing stopping it.
I feel like even prioritizes like wasteland effects over everything else. Doesn't matter what the board state is.
Ivan wants to see the
Yeah,
world
dude.
burn.
He woke up this morning. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna wasteland a bunch of people.
Make sure to never elect him to any kind of political office.
Yeah, no. Anyway, I started wasting.
Anyway, I started wasting. It's perfect.
It doesn't matter if there's a frog on the other side of the table, you
Can
know.
somebody please make that meme with Ivan on anyway, I started wasting. It's like, you see a Tamagotchi and like a crystal bread on the other side.
That doesn't matter.
Ivan is just like, anyway,
Nah, dude. Like, yeah.
Loving it.
There are wastelands to be cracked here.
Oh, man. Okay, so what do you see here? We get to the... No, still not time for the rest in peace.
We got the mother runes. We got the rest in peace.
But the mother's not coming out now.
Okay.
Okay, I see the idea, right? We're gonna get to the... Oh, God. I keep forgetting Death and... It's been so long since we've been casting Death and Taxes cards. So we're gonna get the wild to 3, and then we're gonna take out the frog. With the... What's it called? Anyway.
Oh, yeah, with the Skyclave apparition, yeah.
Skyclave apparition, that's the one.
Absolutely.
So that's the idea. On the other hand, on Arit's side, there's...
Oh, wow. Aritz has both Atroxa and Archon in hand.
And an Entomb in hand, which...
Oh, wow. That's
not
terribly bad, yeah.
I mean, he's also facing a rest in peace, so...
Oh, wow. Looks like, yeah, this one's going to resolve. Oh, wow. This is good news for Ivan.
This is great news.
Great news.
Like, you still attack the frog in there. Honestly, we're already at the point where Aritz probably has to, like, pray that the frog is going to get there, which is, like, such a terrible position because he can already almost tell that that's not going to work. The Vial wasn't activated on 1, the Vial wasn't activated on 2. You can already, like, rule out a lot of cards that might be in Ivan's hand. Okay, it was activated on 2, so okay, so there's a little bit more cards that he could have.
Okay, we have the second active Ether Vial on.
Dude, that man hates lands.
Upkeep, maybe? Yeah. Oh my goodness. See, everyone? Like, if you build your deck accordingly, you can definitely have a good fight versus Riskaminator. It just, it just takes up a lot of slots. But even has, like, beautifully made a deck that has a lot of tools, like a lot of land destruction. The rest in peace looks pretty here.
You think he's, like, finally tuned it for this kind of meta game? Because we see a lot of new cards, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the current consensus on Death and Taxes players and like all the new cards is, because the meme is basically like, oh, there's a new card that goes into Death and Taxes, and then like 2 weeks later, no, it doesn't. Here we see a lot of those.
I don't know like how much Ivan is missing out if he doesn't splash for Orcish Bowmaster in his deck. Like, his deck seems to run, like,
fully
very
operational,
smoothly.
right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, passing and taking the turn is Aritz.
Oh man, rest in peace.
Yeah, but there's like, what can you do? Like, cast another frog?
Yeah, you can do that. But then, like, I don't know what the backup plans are. Like, Troll of Khazad-dûm is shut off. Same for Atroxa and the Archon of Cruelty. If there are Murktide regions, then those are also off the table. Nethergoyf doesn't do anything.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, the list is short. The list is short.
We're gonna get rid of those cards that we don't need anymore, like all the Grave Interaction, grow the frog by 2, get in there for 3 damage. And like, as we talked about earlier, right? Aritz might, or probably is in a position where he feels like, okay, I have a lot of dead cards. Hopefully the frog is gonna go all the way. He has a lot of cards in hand though, but I'm not sure they're actually gonna help him, especially not against Weil. Yeah, we're gonna try to go. Oh, this is so tricky.
Oh, interesting.
Like, if Aritz actually shows willingness to force a fur, no, okay. You're just going to take it out straight away.
Okay.
This is also kind of...
Actually, I'm a little surprised to see this. I thought that the Skyclave's gonna come in, somewhat immediately and takes care of the frog regardless.
Yeah, I was wondering whether Ivan was trying to set a trap where he gets Aritz to like force fulfill the path of negation, the path to exile,
Uh-huh.
and then you take out the frog anyways. But then again, if you go right for it on the Skycliffe apparition, then the path to exile might get forced later on anyways if there's a force. Okay, anyway, let's see. I really like Ivan's position here, not gonna lie. And also, Aritz doesn't like feel too exciting from the way he plays the game here. Like he's got a brainstorm.
Yeah.
I mean, you must go for it, right?
Okay. Yeah, thankfully Vile is not on 2. Like if Vile was on 2, I would be a little scared of something like a Spirit of the Labyrinth. Don't think it's a commonly played card these days because of toughness 1 and Orcish Bowmaster is still a thing, you know.
So passing back there is Aritz. We're gonna pick up another Swords to Plowshares. Dude, seriously, this small dude might just like go all the way. Do we want to add something? Maybe. Yeah, let's get this one as well.
Yeah, Chad, you gotta help us out here. I don't know what this card is. It's some 2-drop.
Isn't that the one that takes out the? No, that's not the one that takes out the land.
Don't think so.
It gets pushed either way. Okay, let's get that Fetchland out of here. This is honestly, it's a little bit depressing. Like when I look at this from Aritz, I'm gonna try to come up with like ways that he can still like compete. Wait, that's supposed to be Thalia? Are you kidding me? Look how they massacred my girl.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be Thalia? A little known legacy card, Thalia Guardian of Thraben, used to play a big role like a long time ago. Okay, I can see why we would like want to push her. Is this really Aritz just gonna go up all the way to Troll mana and hardcast Troll? Okay, Grief, that's a start.
Oh, really nice. Check this out. Yeah, in response, we got a Vile in the beautiful.
Skycliffe apparition.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. And
Takes
then,
it. There goes the Plow. That was the last card.
I mean, Ivan is pretty far from ever getting Yorion. But on the other hand, like if he draws like a 3-drop, that's pretty sweet. If he draws a land, then he's like closer to getting Yorion down.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, I think like most of his draws are somewhat live.
Yeah. Even removal spells, right? Because the only way that Aritz can like get into the game is like having removal spells. And this might be just like straight up Swords of Plowshares. yeah.
See, yeah.
I figured so.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you gain some life, sure. And now you lose some life again. Yeah, this is once again like one of those things where you feel like, okay. I wonder if you're just actually going to discard something. Yeah, you're probably going to discard those 2 cards. And I don't think Ivan's going to attack into the frog. This is actually kind of awkward now. He might just pass. Wait, he's attacking into it? Okay. Oh, is this flying? Okay, never mind. Now it's kind of funny. Like you, if you do block the frog and you lose your Skycliffe apparition, then the opponent gets a 4/4. You don't really want that. Especially if they have a frog on top of that. So maybe you just take the damage of the frog because we kind of know that Aritz can't really draw all that much good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we just take it.
Yeah.
And he's gonna discard something. Those are like
I would totally pitch that, animate that, like.
Yeah. You know, there are good discards where you discard because you feel like, oh, this is swinging the race in my favor. And then there are discards that are just desperate because you know the card's not going to do anything. And interestingly, Aritz did not discard.
Wow.
And I think one of the reasons you might not discard early on is because you can still draw Brainstorm and maybe, you know, you scrap together the perfect hand. But
yeah, you can do that.
Is that Philia again?
It's Philia. It's going to trigger on attack.
Oh yeah, this
Curious
game might
what it
just
does.
be over.
Like it could take this psychic. Actually, that doesn't make a lot.
I mean, come on. Close your eyes. Think of something else for 10 seconds. Then open up your eyes again. Look at the sports state and tell me that Blue Black Scam has any chance of still winning this. that sometimes really helps.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
You sometimes get like as a player, whether I watch my own match or something, sometimes I feel like I get lost in, okay, how can this still go wrong? Because that's like such a common thing to think. But then you step away, you come back to the table, you're like, this is not gonna, it's not gonna work. Okay, frog. It's gonna go to blocks. No, is it gonna be allowed to? Oh, we're okay. We're doing the Philia thing. Okay, we're gonna remove the frog. Then we're gonna bounce. This okay, now okay. 4-4 has just been confirmed, right? Wait, actually, we're gonna bounce the Philia. Dude, a lot of stuff is going on at least. And now this one is gonna get there in the air, down to 4.
Down to 4 life.
Okay. There was like a short moment in time where we felt like we could do something. Also, we still have the Skycliffe Apparition, right? If we want to, we can just like randomly bring it in for more damage. Or take out the frog. Oh, poor froggy.
Yeah, you might want to do it immediately.
Some of our reads had like 2 relevant cards and ended up being in a worse position. But I mean, that's of course, Ivan also had cards that did something. Yeah, this must be it. Like, we draw another animate dead from the top. I mean, this is GG, come on. We got this one. Yeah. It's like, what can we do?
Like, you can't even cast it.
We can reanimate, we can reanimate again. But we can animate that. And we can animate that again. The 4 cards don't do anything.
Man, we got Death and Taxes in the finals. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Looks like 80 cards, Yori and Death and Taxes, mono white. Going up against either lands or the winner between Cloudpost or Mystic Forge. Like, as we were starting this, I think one of the quarterfinals was still going on. That's why we didn't get to watch any of that.
Yeah.
And now we are going to go on a very short break, just a couple of minutes. And then we will be back with either the final. We might actually go straight to the finals. I don't know whether we will watch the semifinals. We will know in a couple of minutes. We're going to be right back. Yeah. Okay. So stay tuned and be right back in a couple of minutes.